What can elevate blood glucose apart from carbohydrates? If you know me, if you've coached with me, you know I'm on and on and on. I have been for decades about blood glucose, making all my clients check it and that stuff. The obvious one, obviously, is blood glucose gets elevated by carbohydrates. Duh. Let's talk about the other ones, okay? Sunburn. Sunburn, the stress response of your burnt skin, can increase blood glucose. Artificial sweeteners, did a video on this. Most of the studies were done on animals, but there is some evidence that artificial sweeteners can increase blood glucose in some people. Loss of sleep. Yes, if you don't get enough sleep, then there's the cortisol response, and your body just uses insulin, less effectively. Effectively. Skipping breakfast for some people, that morning fast can elevate their blood glucose a little bit. I still think it's worth it. Time of day. It can be harder to control your blood glucose as the day goes on. Now, this is why I put the emphasis on how you if you break a fast or how you start your day, because often our behavior gets real screwy at the end of the day, and we're always trying to fix that late night eating. We're always trying to fix that later in the day behavior, but it's not that we need to fix. We need to fix the day. The late night behavior is just a symptom of the day, right? So yes, I would say the time of day, the later on in the day, blood glucose can be harder to control, but that's only because you haven't taken care of the rest of the day. Anyway. The dawn phenomenon, they call it. So there's a surge of morning hormones in the early hours of the morning, which can increase your blood glucose. And often my clients are shocked that the first blood glucose reading of the day is the highest, but that's why there's these morning hormones that get triggered. But it's especially the case with diabetics, who can have a really elevated reading first thing in the morning. Dehydration can elevate your blood glucose. If you have less water, then just the blood glucose concentration is higher. That makes sense. Nose spray, did you know that? There are certain chemicals in those nasal sprays which actually trigger your liver to release sugar. And gum disease, this is kind of like the catch-22, but gum disease can elevate blood glucose, but a diabetic state can cause gum disease, so very much related. But yes, it's not all about carbs, but it is super important to control your blood glucose, not just for your body composition, but it's just linked to every health issue, from dementia, I forgot it, that's ironic, from dementia to anything nasty growing in your body. All of that can be made better if we control blood glucose, and it's not that difficult to do.